Good morning, everyone. It's 8:24. Now, this year started off with a lot of above average temperatures. Most of the first half of January saw a lot of those oranges there. Temperatures for the afternoons getting even in towards the 40-degree range. We saw 40 on January 3rd, almost that on January 7th. But as we got towards that second half of the month, a lot of those temperatures started dipping down below average and almost exclusively stayed like that through February. Now that we're starting off March, we are starting on the cold side. 10 degrees right now throughout a lot of the valley. We're at 11 here in Fargo, 9 in Cooperstown, even colder in Grand Forks. And as March continues, those average highs for the weeks really start to bump up. We see more and more into the 30s. And as we get towards the end of March, average high temperatures get towards 40 degrees. But it does not look like we are approaching that yet. With all the cold that we've got and another chance of snow all throughout our valley today. Right now, we've got a lot of it in southeast North Dakota, stretching from Fargo all the way off towards Bismarck. It's going to keep rolling through North Dakota all in the morning. Then, as we get towards Lakes Country, we are seeing a little bit less snow, but more and more of it has built in. Brainerd, Bemidji getting snow right now. Fergus Falls and Alexandria have been seeing it all throughout the morning. We do have some stretching up towards Grand Forks. Grand Forks accumulation is going to be pretty light today, but Fargo, we're looking at around 2 inches. We've also got really limited visibility. Here's a look at the mall from our studio, and it's really hard to see much of anything out there. We're starting to see more snow on the roads building up, though, so be extra careful for today, especially if you're traveling south on 29. That's where we're going to see a lot of our snow through the afternoon, and since it's continuing down into South Dakota, even as far as Iowa and Nebraska, be sure you're extra careful if you do have to travel today. That snow is going to continue in Lakes Country through about 4:30 in the afternoon. After that, breaks up and we stay pretty cloudy for tonight, even though we do see some of them thinning in Minnesota. Accumulations through this morning are staying pretty light, but by noon we're going to start to see more and more between 1 and 2 inches in North Dakota and 1 to 1.5 in west central Minnesota. Then we'll total from Fargo to the south between 1 and 3 inches, with Fargo itself getting around 2. Then you get to the north of that, and that snow accumulation really drops off. Around an inch in Cooperstown and Carrington. Grand Forks only a few tenths, and that'll be the trend towards the Canadian border as well. Temperatures today getting at least close towards yesterday. 12 is our high in Carrington today, 10 in Grand Forks, and 14 out in Bagley. Plenty of cloudy skies to the north, a few snowflakes, but most of that concentrated further south. Good news is all of us have pretty normal winds between 5 and 15, so blowing snow is not a big concern. 15s are high in Fergus Falls, 17 out in Detroit Lakes. Here in Fargo, getting towards 14, just a little bit cooler than what we had yesterday. Seeing more snow earlier on, but tonight we are going to stay dry. -4s are low in Fargo. We're going to see lots of them ranging between -5 and -10. And then we're going to see temperatures in the afternoon get into that range as the weekend comes through on the KVRR Weather Authority 7-day forecast. Temperatures tomorrow in the mid-single digits, and then they're like that on Sunday, except negative. And our low on Sunday down into the -20-degree range. Some places getting even colder than that. Then on Monday, we will start to see temperatures warming up a little bit towards 5 degrees here in Fargo. Got some snow on the way. That one looks pretty light. And then we see more and more sunshine as next week goes through. That'll help us slowly climb that temperature roller coaster, but it doesn't look like our next drop is going to be as big, since as we get towards the close of next week, we're going to have some more sunshine, temperatures warming up a little bit. So even though we might see another dip as we go towards the week after that, by the middle of March, we're going to start seeing a lot warmer temperatures.